We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
All right, let's take a look at this Omega Speedmaster Man in the Moon Sapphire sandwich. We're going to do the unboxing, and we'll talk about the watch in itself as we go through the unboxing and my wearing experience. Taking a look at the outer box, as always, Omega knocks it out of the park. One of the best presentations in this segment. I can't say anything bad about it whatsoever. So let's take a look inside and see what you get with this Omega Speedmaster. It goes without saying that when you're looking at a watch of this caliber, you're probably not surprised as to what they give you as a complete package. So looking at the inner box, the watch, cards, and the complete set will be within. Your SOP is going to be on the right hand side. Having said that, this is a smaller box. I'm not sure which year Omega decided to change that. You used to get a larger box, I believe, with a challenge coin and a magnifier and a few other odds and ends. In this case, you do not. You used to also get a little slit with your card information on the right hand side, and currently you do not get that either. So you do get your Omega SOP. I always recommend reading these, especially if you're new into watches. They do have this in multiple languages, but I do highly recommend you read these. So that's going to be your SOP for your Omega. And also, if you look down at the bottom, there is a hidden compartment located in the bottom. And these tabs will follow suit throughout the unboxing, are very important. So simply pull, and you'll have this wonderful pamphlet discussing this watch and the heritage of the Omega Speedmaster, which I think is absolutely fascinating. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a little more room right here to take a look at this. I think you guys are really going to like it. So these are just some examples of what they're going to show you as far as the lunar landing and the missions that the Omega was associated with. I absolutely love this. If you are somebody who is in the engineering field or software field, you could appreciate this a lot more as far as to what they accomplished back then. And working with many software and hardware engineers throughout my career, as you look back, it's just amazing with all the mapped out missions that they accomplished at such an early time frame. And these are all the indicators on a map as to where these missions were. And these are the different countries that are associated with some of these missions. Just fascinating, it really is. Yeah, the engineering side of me, I kind of geek out. I mean, I start thinking to myself, how many meetings did they have? The schematics, the drawings, the parts list, all the testing that went into all the components for this mission. I couldn't imagine what those discussions were like back then. I just could not imagine. I would love to see the original drawings and schematics. Even with this watch that's associated with this, I would love to see that. But that's just the, the engineering side of me kind of geeking out. However, let's take a look at this inner box with your Omega Speedmaster. So taking a closer look, it has pretty neat. So the inner box is going to be a rough texture, extremely durable to say the least. This is something that's going to last you a very long time. I can't see anything peeling or discoloring or anything like that, especially if you have this stored away in a safe spot. Humidity, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem with this, but it might affect your cards, so I would get little dehumidifier bags and put them inside your box. Unfortunately, other brands such as Rolex, their boxes can become a hot mess throughout the years. So kudos again to Omega for the way they have their boxes set up. It's just, I can't say enough about it. So let's take a look inside, and let's see what you get with the complete set. And there she is in all her glory. Absolutely beautiful. So let's start off with the box itself as to what you get. You'll have your Omega logo in the back. Very soft to the touch. Again, this box is extremely strong. I love how they did this. And of course, this is your Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Absolutely stunning. And of course, you're going to have your cushion with your Omega logo. It's so fascinating to me. The attention to detail with this whole complete set is absolutely amazing. So it's a pretty tight fit. You can feel that. But that's where your cushion's going to be for your watch. So if you have smaller links or smaller wrist size, use that. And obviously if you have a larger wrist size, use this. But kudos to them. I mean, there's so much that comes with this complete set. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let's put this to the side, and let's continue on and see what you get. So the upper cover is simply going to fold back, and you're going to notice you have the compartment below. And it looks like something is missing, but it's not. We'll get to that in just a second. So this is going to be your hang tag. Simply going to say Omega, and then on the other side, it will have your reference number and your serial number. And 3861 is going to be your movement of your watch. I would keep a close eye on these. They can easily be lost, and it does happen a lot, unfortunately. It comes with a simple cloth for cleaning. And then, as I said before, following suit with this box, you're going to have little tabs. Pull it up, and there is your cards. That is pretty cool. Make sure you check that, because sometimes people look through their boxes and they're like, all right, I lost my cards, or it didn't come with them. Especially if you buy these pre-owned. Make sure you check that lower compartment. So this is going to be your Master Chronometer Certification certificate, letting you know that this has passed. This will have all your personal information on it, your reference number. This was purchased 10/4/2024, as I said, and this is your warranty card. And then it looks like if you want some kind of pictograms, you can have that as well. Now, all this information, you can scan the barcode, and you can look at all the testing done on your particular watch. Again, this is something I think is really cool that Omega provides. So if you want to research your watch, look through your cards, scan that information, and you can see all the testing that took place on your watch. Now, looking at this, you would think everything's done. Okay, I have no more that comes with this complete set. You would be wrong. So this is a travel case, which I still think, look at that. I mean, this, I don't know. That's me geeking out, I guess, you know, Speedmaster. Me geeking out. I just think it's so cool. And again, the texture of this material is very durable. I can't see you, you know, destroying this box unless you did something crazy. So that is the lower assembly of this box and what it comes with. And wow, I'm having a little bit of a hard time here getting it all put back in. Huh, look at that. Yeah, if you don't say so myself, I figured it out. So I would, again, as a recap, I would double check, make sure you look at this little compartment right here, pull that slip back, and make sure your cards are there if you don't see them in the case. So let's take a close look at the watch itself, and yeah, let's see what this is all about. So taking a closer look at the dimensions of this watch, this is a 42 millimeter case size, lug to lug, 20 millimeters, tapers all the way down to 15. You're going to have center polish links on the Jubilee, and then it's going to be a satin finish along the sides with a curvature on the lugs, with a satin on the top and polish as well. I think that's pretty cool. You're going to have crown guards on your right hand side. This is going to be a manual wind with 50 hours power reserve, and this is going to be, I believe, 50 millimeters as far as water resistant. So splash of water if you're cleaning it, no problem, but I would not recommend swimming with this watch whatsoever. I believe the thickness of this watch is going to be a 13.5, Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it is. So if you have a hesylate bezel, it's going to be a little bit thicker. Not by much. But again, the wearability is absolutely amazing. The legibility on the sub-dials, you'll see the step dials on the sides all the way around and with the sub-dials as well. Right on point. I believe this is also, Omega in general with the Speedmaster, was the first Cosmograph to have a tachometer bezel as well. So along with all the rest of their accomplishments, right? But legibility, as you can see, is, look at that, just amazing. Why is that a big deal to me, besides the obvious of seeing what your watch is? You know, I said I was going to bring this up, but the Omega outperforms, as far as I'm concerned, in the movement. It also, as far as the legibility, is way more superior than the Rolex Daytona. So I had a 116520 2015 with a steel bezel, and I couldn't see anything on that watch. Now, obviously, that's going to come down to your eyesight, but there is no comparison, in my opinion, the legibility between these watches, and also as far as the history. Now, all the hype aside, because the Daytona has a lot of hype for a lot of, some of it's good reasons, but the majority of it is not, as far as the price points, in my opinion. Again, you know, I've owned it, so I can judge. I would choose this. I mean, if I had a choice between this and a standard stainless steel Daytona, I would choose this all day long. Again, all the hype aside, because people are going to say you're crazy, the Daytona is worth this, it's worth that. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not worried about what it's worth. It's so refreshing to have a watch that has such a legendary history that follows suit with the watch, and it's something I can wear every day, and I can actually read it. Guys, if you have a Daytona, let me know. Stainless steel, legibility, especially in a black dial. You let me know how you feel about that. But anyway, that aside, look into more of the specs on this watch. We're going to work our way down to the clasp. In 2021, they redesigned this watch to have an adjustable clasp. Now, this is something where I think they could have did a little better on, but I really do appreciate the fact that they had it, well, they offered it at all, right? So if you can look right there, it's hard to see, but it says push, right? You can see that it's a little out right now. You only have one increment of adjustment, and that's it. So it's not going to be like the Rolex models. You can have a little bit more of adjustment, and on here you will not. So that's unfortunate, but I still appreciate the fact that they have it. And you know, as far as adjustability, you simply squeeze and push, and then you'll see it closes up. Squeeze it again, pull out, and you'll see it coming out. So it does make a big difference, especially for somebody like myself. My wrists expand greatly during the summertime, so this makes a big difference for myself. Enough of a difference where, I mean, I probably still would have bought the watch, but man, a lot of watches I cannot buy. APs is one of them, just because the bracelets, they will not, I can't adjust them, right? Unless that's changed. Certain Pateks, I can't wear. The day date from Rolex, I can't wear that because there's no adjustment, and it's just a pain. Having said that, I paid retail for this watch. It was $8,000 from the AD. I know a lot of people are saying, well, you could buy this pre-owned and save some money. Why didn't you? Well, it's simple. These links, if you need to take any out or put any in, are an absolute nightmare. Those screws are very, very small, and there's one on each side, and they're very shallow and tight, hard to get off. So if I bought this pre-owned, the likelihood would be it may not have all the links that I need. I need full links, and I might have to add some, so then I'll have to order them, and then I'll have to go somewhere to get them put on, and you know, you will have to find an AD who's willing to do that. Luckily for me, there is an AD somewhat close by, and that's where I purchased the watch, and it's just really relaxing to be able to go to that AD and say, hey, look, can you please take off a link or add one? And because I bought it there, it's no problem. But thankfully, I didn't have to order any links for this. So that is the purchase history of this watch. Now let's take a look at this movement. If I can get it in here. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if I can get a better angle of this movement. Look at that. So this is going to be the 3861, and it's going to have hacking seconds. And again, this is a manual wind. Absolutely gorgeous. Rolex finally fell suit with that as well. Finally, and their precious metal Daytona, they have a C3 case back. That took them long enough, right? But Omega's been doing this for a while. Their other watch iterations have it as well. But let's just get back to that movement again. Simply beautiful. I think it's fascinating. So when you're go ahead and set it up, and you can just watch it move. I know I'm kind of geeking out a little bit here, but I just think it's pretty cool. So let's put this on the wrist, and let me give you guys an example of what it's like on an 8-inch wrist. And this is with the extension out. And you can see it fits pretty snug. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It wears extremely well. So an 8-inch wrist, the lugs taper, perfect, at least for me. Yeah. Oh, this looks beautiful. Yeah, I know that light's shining right on the bezel and on the dial. I'm trying to avoid that light. But that's what it's like on a wrist as far as an 8-inch wrist. I would recommend you keep the full links on there when you buy it if you got large wrists such as myself. But this is the quick review of this watch and the unboxing. Absolutely stunning. If you guys are thinking about it, I'd highly recommend it. If you got small wrists, pre-owned, you'll probably be fine. If you got large wrists, just take in consideration the link issue as far as these shallow screws and how small they are and how hard they are to work with. Make sure either you can do it yourself. I tried, but my eyesight's not that good. Or make sure you have an AD somewhere near you that's willing to do it as well, because it's not easy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon Sapphire sandwich. This is going to stay in the collection. If you're ever thinking about adding one of these to your collection or just getting one in general, highly recommend it. And y'all have a great day, and I'll see you at the next upload.